Last year, The Force Awakens was under immense pressure to successfully relaunch the Star Wars movie franchise. A year later, Rogue One, a Star Wars story, now faces its own crucial moment of truth. Disney and Lucasfilm are looking to expand the Star Wars brand in a big way with spin-off films, and fans are looking at Rogue One to prove they can deliver satisfying, immersive stories in this realm. The fortunate news is that this film succeeds on this and many other levels. Rogue One is set in the immediate lead-up to the original Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope, as the Rebel Alliance learns about the existence of the Death Star and hunts to steal the plans for the deadly battle station. The contradictory element here is that while Rogue One is the first standalone Star Wars movie, it isn't truly standalone at all, functioning as a direct prequel to A New Hope, and weaving into that film's plotline in many ways. This approach gives Star Wars fans plenty of familiar connective tissue from the start, yet it also means Rogue One is treading on sacred ground, and could easily feel like a hollow attempt to tie itself to a beloved classic. The filmmakers, including director Gareth Edwards and screenwriters Chris Weitz and Tony Gilroy, working from a story by John Knoll and Gary Whitta, are to be applauded for so expertly tying it all together. There were plenty of stories about extensive reshoots, but the final product feels cohesive and focused. Rogue One's strengths also includes quickly introducing a likable core group of characters that are easy to invest in. Felicity Jones effortlessly holds the screen as Jyn Erso, who's put up a wall to protect herself after a traumatic childhood. As Cassian Andor, Diego Luna projects his character's innate charisma mixed with ongoing unease, as we see the Rebel captain participate in actions he's not always proud of in service of the greater good. While the entire ensemble are strong, it's Alan Tudyk's K2SO who's often the standout.
Would you like to know the probability of her using it against you? It's high.
Strong comic relief is provided by this character, while Tudyk's performance also gives him depth as well. Given the film is introducing so many new faces, it's understandable that not all of Rogue One's characters are given in-depth backgrounds, but there's enough provided to root for most of them. However, a bit more backstory would have helped provide motivation for some. Most notable, perhaps, with Riz Ahmed's pilot, Bodhi, whose huge decision before the start of the film feels glossed over. On the villain front, Ben Mendelsohn is perfectly smarmy as the ambitious but perhaps overreaching director Krennic. As for the much buzzed about appearance of Darth Vader, I will simply say that his screen time is minimal, but amazingly effective, adding to the character's legend in wonderful and even chilling ways. Rogue One is not shy on the Easter eggs. Darth Vader, along with Rebel leaders Bail Organa and Mon Mothma, are hardly the only established characters to appear in the movie, and it's hard not to grin over how other familiar Star Wars faces are incorporated. The vast majority of these appearances also make sense within the context of this movie's setting, though on the downside, one is achieved via digital effects that don't hold up to scrutiny. Still, Rogue One's strengths far outweigh any trouble spots. The film is intense, exciting, and emotional, with its last act building to a crescendo and offering one memorable moment after another. It's also commendable how Rogue One touches upon questions of what actions are morally acceptable in a rebellion. From Saw Gerrera's more extremist faction to the rebels themselves crossing some surprising lines, things aren't nearly as black and white as they have typically been in this series. Rogue One also looks beautiful. Edwards has utilized his more grounded, embedded Warzone camera work incredibly well, taking us through several terrific locations that expand the Star Wars universe, with the tropical Scarif the standout, mixing a paradise location with massive stormtrooper versus rebel action. The effects here are for the most part excellent. K2SO looks so good it's easy to forget he's a CGI character, and the film's big X-Wing versus TIE Fighter space battle is mind-boggling. It's easy to see why George Lucas is said to have loved Rogue One, as it so expertly recreates the world of his original Star Wars film, while using modern technology to deliver even more amazing visuals. For everything Star Wars, keep it here at IGN, and may the Force be with you.
Congratulations, you are being rescued. Please do not resist.